Replicon Radio is brought to you in part by Lex the Hexmaster and the Shadow Army.
Shadow Army!
Shadow Army.
Shout out to the sponsor. Yeah.
Hey, Lex the Hexmaster.
Up on YouTube as well.
YouTube too as well.
YouTube tubes.
YouTube. Oh. Dib.
So I did something fucked up the other day, to be honest with you.
I bet you did.
All right.
Like an everyday thing for you?
No, dude, check this out. So, y'all know I ain't watched the news in fucking like the last 3 years, right?
Oh, that's what you did?
I watched the news for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Well, there was...
Shouldn't do that.
Dude, it was like where I left off at. I ain't gonna lie. All right. So a few years ago, 3 years ago, we were talking about shootings, racism, and cops, and COVID. Right?
Yes.
I swear to God, it was about right where I left off. 2 officers kill a man in a vehicle. It was an old foul. The dude, I guess there was 2 people in the car. The dude backed his car up into the patrol car. They fired, I guess, at the guy, or I guess they ran up to the car. They seen a gun in between the driver and passenger, shot at him. I guess the driver was wounded. Well, the cops were trying to save his life.
Yeah.
And they got him to the hospital and later passed away at the hospital. So I'm like, this is exactly where the fuck I left off 3 years ago. I don't even know why I even...
So it's your fault. You just had the shit on pause.
It's been on pause.
Right, I guess it is.
You just had the shit on pause, and we just haven't progressed as a species.
I guess not.
You have one of those fucking Adam Sandler remotes or whatever.
Right.
Bullshit, dog.
But I was like, this is where the fuck we're at. Still to this day.
So you're going to start watching news more so we can progress.
No. I turned that shit off after I seen that story, and I was like, and I seen where it was, and I was like, I wasn't really too far from there earlier today.
I titled our show.
I love it.
And nobody's tuning in. Nobody cares.
I'm looking at it right now. I love that thumbnail.
I got that.
Full frontal Edgars.
Full frontal Edgar.
Oh, that's the best thumbnail.
Why am I on this one?
It auto plays.
I clicked. Well, no, I just clicked the one that said live.
I don't know.
But it was the James Garcia interview. I'm like, no.
Yeah, we did that.
We just did that. Y'all should go listen to that. If y'all are tuning in now, you missed it. And then we played a bunch of music and stuff.
Oh, yes, we did.
And you can go and listen to all that right there at repliconradio.com. Is where you can find the full episode and all the music. Or you can just, if you listen to it later on, you can check it out on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play.
Full frontal Edgar. There it is.
Other locations.
If we don't have nothing to jump in to, I would like to. I know I told you a little bit about it earlier before we went on. But I was gonna talk about a little documentary I watched.
Oh, you didn't tell me. You just said you watched it. You didn't tell me the name of it, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to James Garcia, aka sometimes known as Young Wicked. Go check out the interview. We talked about a lot of stuff, man.
With a lot.
Exciting times if you're a fan. And if you're not a fan, also exciting times because you have plenty of things to comment and hate on.
That is true.
He explained that he killed Lotus and started a bunch of beef. So go back and listen to that.
I think he did. Yeah, he did say that.
He answered all your questions that were in the chat room. He answered them. Just go back and peep out the replay.
He even talked about the skinny jeans.
Yeah,
I don't even know. Is that what he wore at the?
I mean, people were just like being. Well, some people were. Yeah. So go peep it out.
I love it. Somebody commented in a trash can,
yeah.
And then Jim Job replied, "Yes, please recycle."
Right.
That's funny. Shout out Yim Yob. Shout out to Yim Yob.
But yeah, go through and listen. We talked about all your stuff. All the questions you guys had, we answered them.
Shout out again to Mr. Green.
Everything you ever wanted to hear from the man.
Can we do that? Can we shout out Mr. Green again?
Mr. Green with that super chat from 3 hours ago. Check out his debut EP coming February 4th. Catch him live at Pops.
What's the name of the EP?
Fucking Wicked Eyes the World or something.
It is something like that. But yeah, he's got some tickets, man. Terminally Ill tour.
He got some tickets. What do you do now? What the police get him for now?
He's got tickets to the Terminally Ill tour featuring James Carzia, Al Zuli Lou, Red, Cody Manson, Michigan Misfits, Mr. Green, and I think Morgue Mob. There might be another opener. These are like $25 tickets. You can get them from him from now till February 6th for only $10. 2 for $17, or what was it? 3 for something, or 4-pack for $30, something like that.
Yeah, 4-pack.
4-pack for $30. One individual ticket for only $10.
1
2
for 10 or 2 for 17.
If you don't know how to hit up Mr. Green, you just hit us up, man. Hit up Replicon Radio on Instagram at Replicon_radio.
We'll sell those tickets for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I got you. Because I'm going to be out there with him, holding down the merch booth with brand new merchandise, including our Bloody Buddies and more. So
sweet. That body, man, we just show up. We don't have to do nothing.
Wait, for real?
P's gonna do it all.
I might be there. I'm gonna be huddled in a corner in a bubble.
Right.
I'm like, don't
you
hand
should
me.
wear a bubble.
Don't give me I have a dino suit that's kind of like a bubble.
Yeah, you should wear that again.
We won't tell them that we're gonna be there. We'll just show up and just avoid them.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all gonna avoid me or something?
Oh yeah. It's easier that way.
What up, real freak?
Especially when you get a ride with somebody and you're drinking, it's easier to avoid you.
Oh, it's terrible.
Be like, this motherfucker again. He's wasted. Here we go.
But yeah, tell me about your story.
Yeah, so I watched this. I don't know. I'm not really too far into. I'm not like really like a big documentary person. My brother actually told me about this, and I actually got watching it, and I'm like, holy fuck! Like, it was really good. There's more to it that I'm gonna watch, but it's called the.
You haven't even watched the whole thing?
Well, I watched. Like, they got like different ones.
You saw the trailer.
No. I watched this particular documentary. It's called Untold Crime and Penalties.
And it's kind of familiar.
What the hell's the dude's name? But it's all about the UHL hockey league, which is you got the NHL, AAA, the UHL league. And this dude's dad, kid's 17 years old. When he was growing up, his dad wanted him to play football. He didn't like football. So he told his dad he wanted to play hockey. So his dad's like, well, fuck, all right, we'll just try hockey. So his dad also started his own trash company. And he bought a couple trucks, and then he was like the biggest fucking trash company of New York or wherever they're from. It wasn't New York. It was Dansbury, fucking where the fuck Dansbury's at. But he was 17 years old, and his dad bought him a fucking hockey team in the UHL.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they were called the Trashers. Like the business.
It says the Dansbury Trashers.
Yeah. And dude, I'll tell you what, if you like hockey and you like documentaries, this is definitely one to fucking watch. It was really entertaining. It kept me entertained the whole time. Usually I'll turn something on, and within 20 minutes I'm falling asleep, and I don't see anything else after that.
Did you mention the mob ties?
Yeah, well, I was getting ready to.
Oh.
But his dad buys him this hockey team. This kid, he's.
I was just going by the description off enough IMDb.
Yeah. His dad owns a trash company. Buys his 17-year-old kid a hockey team.
Because that in no fucking way at all raises any red flags.
Well, his dad had money.
Haven't you seen the Goodfellas? You don't buy the fucking car.
Right.
Fuck.
So he buys his kid this hockey team, and his kid's GM of this whole hockey team. I mean, he's forking out the money for the players and whatnot. Players got paid. That's what kind of league it was.
Yeah.
But they decided that they go and get the baddest motherfuckers on ice, and they literally find the baddest motherfuckers on ice. And it's just like a bloodbath. Like, if you ever seen the movie Hot Shots and you got the Hanson brothers out there. And
you talking about Slapshot?
Yeah. What'd I say?
The Hot Shots.
Oh, yeah. So I meant Slapshot.
Yeah, Slapshot.
I love that fucking
I was actually wearing a Slapshot t-shirt yesterday.
I love that fucking movie, man. And it just reminded me of the Hanson brothers just out there just fucking beating the fuck out of everybody.
I didn't know, like, that is so good to know that is actually a thing, because I know that it was loosely based on a lot of different things, but that's fantastic.
Yeah, so it's this one particularly was based on the hockey team. And there's other things that go in, like later on they find out that the players that were playing hockey, they were also employees at the trash company but never worked a day, so that's how they were getting paid. So it was pretty much just like write-offs or whatever. And then they found out later on that, I mean,
that's how
you kind of know there's some mafia tactics going on in with this whole thing.
Well,
just
that's
by
how they do
watching it.
Well, that's how they do with runners and people that are like on probation and stuff like that, and like organized crime. They like in reference to like the mafia and stuff. Usually, like if somebody has to get a legit job for like tax purposes and stuff, they'll be like, "Well, here you're on the docket, you get paid every week and all that stuff, but like you don't have to show up." Yeah. So that's kind of what I took from that.
Yeah, and but there's more. There's one about like I guess his kid like starts up this boxing association, and then he like pretty much carries on that tradition with like finding the baddest fucking boxers out there, and then there's like a NASCAR one. I mean, there's a whole list of them. You just, if you like whatever you like, just click on it and watch it. I mean, they'll show you the descriptions and shit. It's on Netflix. So if you got Netflix, definitely check it out because it kept me entertained. And tomorrow when I get off work and after my shower, that's the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that shit on.
It's like a series?
Like they got like a bunch of different ones, yeah. And they're all documentaries of everything that they've ever done, like with the boxing, and then they bought a...
Is it all following this family, or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the boxing one, the kid with and then he goes out and buys a fucking race car driver and shit. Oh yeah, dude, it got fucking silly, apparently.
Check it out. I watched How I Met Your Father.
Who? Isn't it How I Met Your Mother?
No, that show's old.
Oh.
There's a new show called How I Met Your Father.
Is it good?
Is it like How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah, it's like,
spin-off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only 2 episodes.
Nice.
There might be 3 now, but I watched the first 2. Yeah, it's good. It was,
Were you a fan of the How I Met Your Mother?
I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you happy with this one, or you're just like, I could do without it?
Both.
That's what it kind of sounds like.
I would say both, yeah. I mean, it's good, but it's like I didn't need it, but it's good.
It's like if you had something else to do, you would do it.
It's Hillary Duff.
Oh,
gotcha.
Okay.
Older
Big fan.
Hillary Duff?
Like, it's right,
so
right
it's
now.
Like brand new? Okay.
Yeah, it's brand new.
Right.
Yeah, there's 2 episodes out. It's brand new.
By the way, I'll show you guys the image. I'm sure you already seen it, but the Trashers fucking logo is probably one of the best fucking logos I've ever seen in a long time.
Oh, that is dope.
A fucking
How
trash
old
can
is
with
this?
a...
When did
when did this happen?
This was back in like they started talking about it. There's a couple dates they threw out. No, they're from like early 2000s.
Can we be the Replicon Radio Trashers?
Yeah, right. Change our logo.
That's I've always thought, how do we change not change our logo, but have a new one? That's how we'd have to do it. We'd have to be like a sports team. It could be a fake sports team, but
I mean, we could talk about sports and just talk about shit, but
that's your show that you haven't started.
Well,
yet.
Talk about a new show. I watched most of the first the newest season of Ozark. I don't know if you guys watch that show.
No, man, and try not to say too much. I mean, you can. I don't care, but I'm gonna try. I gotta try it out.
No, I'm pretty deep
about it.
Okay, all right.
What season is it?
There's 4. They just came out with the 4th.
Fourth one.
I think half of the first season.
It's hard to get it going. Once it gets going, you're like, all right, this is awesome. And for me, once it got to about middle of the second season, I'm like, how in the fuck are they supposed to keep this going? Like, I mean, but we got to the end of there, and then this season that they finally that they released, like, it's a good season.
This one's 4 episodes, though, right?
No, they got 7 episodes, but they're splitting it.
Yeah. So there's gonna be like a season 4, season 5 type deal. They were talking about it the other day.
It's like season 4, part 1 and part 2, but they just released 7 episodes, but they're ending it after this season. So
yeah, the next set.
That's why they're splitting it. Yeah, but this season is a really good season, and I was already kind of bored with the show. Like, halfway through season 2, season 3, because it became repetitive. It's a great show for sure, but like I said, they had a handful of episodes where it's like, all right, we really don't need this. You're kind of just rehashing old shit. But season 4, it's a really good season. Like, there's not a whole crazy amount of action right now, but there's a lot of good storytelling and dialogue and all that stuff. I mean, there's action, but like, you know.
Yeah, they were talking about it, and
it's very entertaining.
Other people were talking about it, so I'm like, man, all right, I'll check it out.
It's a good show.
Yeah, I remember I watched it and I enjoyed it. I don't remember why I stopped. Maybe I watched the whole first season and it was new.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
you were waiting for the other one to come out,
and it's just been 5 years later. Yeah, right. That could have been what happened, because I don't remember not enjoying it.
Yeah, so we got into it after it already had a couple seasons out, and so we just binged it.
Yeah, I haven't done that. I did watch,
and it took us a while to get into it because we tried it a couple times and we just couldn't, and like it just didn't catch. And then one of the times it caught, and we're like, "Fuck yeah, we're all in."
Yeah, I do that. You know what I did watch though that I really enjoy, that I did not expect to enjoy?
What?
The fucking Book of Boba Fett.
That sounds familiar. What is that?
The new Star Wars show.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a star. I mean, dude, I don't dislike Star Wars, but I'm not. It wouldn't be on any list. I'm not one of those Star Wars people.
I wasn't a huge Star Wars fan in the retrospect, but I was a fan. I went to I was real excited for episode 7 when it came out, and I was like,
I never saw.
So you're a fan of the newer one.
Yeah, but I've never seen a Star Wars in the theater.
But keeping true to myself, I've been such a shitty fan that I haven't seen like the last 5 movies they've came out with of Star Wars.
I haven't either.
Or any of the shows, and I love
Return
Boba Fett.
of the Sith in theater, and that was it.
That was a while ago.
And I haven't watched anything else after that.
Yeah.
Or before that, except for the ones that came out 70s, 80s, 77, 80, and
I love Star Wars.
83.
I like the new movies. I don't like the second, the prequels or whatever.
Right.
I don't care for those. The new ones I liked.
Yeah.
The last one, the very last one, I think might be my favorite Star Wars movie they made.
Is that not Solo? It was right after that.
Like The Last Jedi or something like that.
Yeah, they say that's probably one of the best.
That's my favorite.
Yet.
That's my favorite.
I don't even know if I've seen it, to be honest.
I haven't. But you have to watch the other ones, because it's weird. Like they, obviously the characters we know from the original, the Luke Skywalkers and the Obi-Wans and all that. They're not in the initial new movies.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's these new characters, Rey and all that, and you don't give a fuck. At least I personally didn't give a fuck. And then eventually you do kind of give a fuck, and that's when all the old people come back. So then it's like a combination of nostalgia, and you finally give a fuck about the new ones, and they all kind of come together, and it's like it's like an ending type thing, and I enjoyed it. But the Book of Boba, everybody keeps talking about, obviously The Mandalorian was huge.
Yeah. I really want to watch that. I just never.
I don't even think I finished it, to be honest. That's not to say it was bad. I think I got it. And then so I was like, I'll give this Book of Boba Fett a shot because I don't have anything else to watch. You know what I mean? And I really enjoy it. I don't know anything about Boba Fett. I didn't know, but it's just a good show.
I don't know any backstory, but
yeah, I don't either. But it's good. I enjoy it a lot.
Pizza the Hut.
I heard MC Chris rap about him a long time ago. It was pretty dope.
But he's dope, and it's like you don't speaking of nostalgia type thing. You don't really get. There's not really nostalgia in there, but there's these new characters that kind of are.
Yeah.
Not to spoil too much, because if you watch a trailer or something, you'll see it. But there's relatives to Jabba the Hutt. There's other Huts. It's not Jabba.
Which I would imagine. Yeah, I mean,
Jabba's dead.
Yeah.
But there's two. They're called the twins, and it's basically two Jabba the Hutts.
Jabba.
Yeah, and they're that's what they do.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah, and they're twins, and they come in, they get carried in. It's dope. And then there's a fucking, again, not to spoil anything, but there's a fucking black Wookiee, and he's sick. Apparently, he's in the comics.
Does he got COVID?
Possibly.
I mean, you say he's sick.
This is in a galaxy far, far away from COVID.
He might have it. Yeah.
Is he okay?
Maybe, but he's dope. I mean, just imagine Chewbacca, except for black and mean. And he's got a fucking scar on his. He's fucking dope, bro. You're like, as soon as dude shows up, you're like, oh, I didn't even know I fucked with Wookiees like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is dope. It was like, fuck yeah.
We're changing the title now. I didn't know I could fuck with Wookiees like that.
Like, it is dope, bro. The black chrysanthemum.
It's a gangster Wookiee.
You looked them up?
No.
Oh.
No, I mean, you painted a pretty good picture.
Right. Now I gotta go look.
What's up, Noah?
Gangster Wookiee.
You just looked up gangster Wookiee?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Hold on, I misspelled Wookiee.
Isn't it W-O-K-I-E?
Yeah. O-O-K-I-E-E.
He's the black chrysanthemum.
Oh, Tupaca. Yeah, I know him. Fuzz Life.
Fuzz Life?
Yeah. It's a real thing.
That's that mofo right there.
Yeah, kind of. It's a weird looking picture, but yeah.
I mean, it's drawn. They're like cartoons.
Oh. Yeah, he's in the comics and shit. I didn't know.
Let's see if I can pull up a live
I think
action.
Dude, there's the list of things that I need to watch from over the last 5 years is daunting. It is ridiculous, and I think I just got to the point where I just checked out on all media because I told you I don't even keep up with my favorite music artists anymore. I don't keep up with the music or the movie.
Motherfucker said Tupac. I can't get over it.
Tupac?
Tupac. I can't get over it.
There, I got him up on the screen, man.
There he is. But yeah, I mean, it's just so many series that come out with so much stuff.
Yeah, that's the one that popped up too.
I mean, there's just so much shit.
I gotta pull that. I gotta put that up on the screen for people.
Just search gangster Wookiee.
Gangsta.
What the hell? The black
chrysanthemum, yeah.
Chrysanthemum.
Santy is his nickname.
Tupaca. Fuzz Live. Fuzz Live, yo. That's funny, though. If only Tupaca had an Edgar haircut, bro.
Shit. It's covered by his bandana.
Get that off the fucking screen.
He's got a fucking blaster in his waistband, man.
That's just too fucking good. That is fucking hilarious.
He's throwing out West Side. He's throwing out West Side. Look at that.
Ooh, no, you really don't have to remove it. That's funny.
That's funny.
I had to rename this episode Tupaca.
Now, while we're still talking about movies and stuff, but back to the whole Trashers thing. So my brother got me talking about it. We were talking about it at bowling the other night. And of course, apparently everybody else on my team has fucking seen it but me. And they're like, you just seen it? I'm like, yeah. And then we started all talking about it. And so I think our team name next year is going to be the Trashers. And then one dude's like, well, if we're going to be named the Trashers, we got to carry on the theme. Like, whoever kicks our ass at bowl, we got to beat their ass in the parking lot. I'm like, all right, I guess we'll be getting kicked out of here in no time.
Right.
Oh, it was fucking funny, though. But there is a part where this dude, like one of the Trashers, gets his fucking leg broke. And he's just screaming on the fucking ice. And this is how, like, teams should be. And most of them are. The one player on the other on the Trashers, like, he's like, fuck that. That was my boy. And he went and fought the whole fucking other team. Oh, it's fucking, dude, it's good. Like I said, I mean, if you like hockey and you like documentaries, definitely check it out.
But then so it's like the hockey portion of the documentary, and then it goes into this is actually a front for the mob.
Well, it starts out like talking about the trash company and shit. And then it gets into when he buys it talks about like the dad, Ganti or whatever the hell his name is. Jelani or whatever. I don't remember how to pronounce the name. But it talks about him, how he started a trash company and how he was raising a family and this and that, and had his son. His son like kind of like changed his whole world or whatever, and wanted to spend as much time with him because he didn't get a whole lot of time with his dad. So he wanted to be there for his kid. And so he, like, every chance that he had, he would take his son like every fucking where with him. I mean, whether it was like a business meeting or whatever for the trash company, whatever. Like, so his kid like knew every fucking body. And then it goes into his son trying to do shit or whatever. And he wanted to go into school and whatnot, and then he becomes the fucking owner / GM of the fucking hockey team that his dad just bought him. And then it goes into all kinds of other shit with the hockey team. I mean, the hockey team is a big portion of it, but there's like all the mafia shit and all that is like it throws you for a fucking loop. Like, you're like, oh shit, all this was going on at the same time this was going on. Not that you have to really like pay a whole lot of attention to it, but you just watch it. You'll get the whole gist of it. It's
what's it called?
Untold Crime and Penalties.
Jesus.
Or you can just look up.
That's a lot of words for what it should not be called.
Or you can just go on to Netflix.
Shouldn't they just call it Trashers?
Right. Well, you can just go. You can search Trashers and it'll pop up.
I was gonna say they should have just called it Trashers.
Right.
It just sounds like the name of a series, and there should be an episode called Trashers.
Right. Well, there's a bunch of like untold different like stories, like the untold stories about like the race car driver, the boxing shit, and all that.
But it's all the same story.
Same family.
Yeah. It's crazy. That's crazy, man. What are you drinking? Some protein over there?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you got enough protein?
Premier Protein.
Yeah. What's it premiering?
I don't know. Probably a whole lot of poop later on. I don't know.
Whole lot of poop. Whole lot of poop later on. Hey, man. Shout out to motherfucking Edgar. James Garcia in the motherfucking house. If you guys missed it, go check out the replay. Because it was dope. It's always good catching up with the homies, man. Lots of positive vibes from a dude that gets so much negative shit thrown at him. He is such a positive dude, and I love to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Jow.
Do you know what I'm saying, man? Shout out to Young Garcia. Motherfucker's gonna make me spend money. I'm gonna have to sign up for his damn OnlyFans and shit.
Top tier,
baby.
I'm trying to learn how to produce in the nude.
Produce in the nude. If you don't know what we're talking about, check out the replay. James Garcia. Replicon Radio Awards 2021.
So the answer to your question, the Untold Crimes and Penalties, it come out in 2021, an American biographical documentary film.
There you go. We don't have an award for best documentary, but if we did,
I would win it.
They might be nominated.
Oh, dude, I mean, when you watch it, you're like, holy fuck. It'll blow your mind.
Maybe someday, if we're big enough to have multiple awards, we'd have like a music, movies, and pop culture categories and shit.
Right.
But we can't afford anything like that right now. But if you want to help us afford things, we have a GoFundMe. It's in the link in the description of this video. If you're listening to the audio replay, just head on over to somewhere else. Or it'll probably be in the link of this description too, because I'm going to add it right now.
The initial release date was August 31st, 2021.
Oh, that's fairly new.
Yeah. But it's the stories about, it took place in like 2000.
Yeah.
Like they'll tell you the dates and shit and then while you're watching it.
You know what else I watched? Too Hot to Handle.
Too Cold to Hold, called the Ghostbusters, and they in control.
Too Hot to Handle season 3 to be exact. I didn't know it was a season 1 or 2. It's a fake dating show on Netflix.
Oh.
Where the contestants think they're going to Pleasure Island. Whoa. And they're going to like hook up and fuck beautiful people all week or however long they're there. It's a long time. But actually they're there to be on some sort of retreat to learn how to grow emotional connections with other people instead of it all being about sex.
That sounds horrible.
And, there's like a fucking robot lady.
Whoa.
I don't know, it's weird, bro.
I'm your robot, was he?
It's one of those things where like if you're watching Netflix and your show ends, it decides what's going to play next.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you're just sitting there,
and that's one of them.
And that's what started playing next. And I just ended up watching like what happens next? Are they gonna be make it through the night without having sex with strangers?
Yeah, right.
Like, God, it's so difficult for these people to not have sex with everyone for a whole week.
Yeah.
And they could win $200,000, but instead they lose fucking $100,000 because they made out. It's fucking insane, bro. Replicon Radio Awards, they're coming soon. I think we got it. I think we got it all in. Now it's just a tedious manner of getting the polls up and typing and
I watch football.
confirming. I heard that was fun. There's some controversy in the. Didn't they win because of the coin toss or something like that?
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's football, though.
Well, I guess not controversy, just like upset.
I mean, when you're in the playoffs, it definitely should be a.
So what is it?
It should be
like,
a 2-possession. Like
you go into overtime,
Okay, so you go to
and then
overtime.
what happens? Nobody wins in overtime.
Well, you go to overtime, and if nobody scores, then it keeps going.
Yeah.
But then
And it keeps going until what?
If the team that gets the ball first, if they score a touchdown, game over. If they kick a field goal, the other team gets a chance to possess the ball, and then if they get a touchdown, then obviously game over. But if they just kick a field goal, it's tied up, they keep playing. And then at the end of that 13 minutes or whatever it is, they play another one if it's still tied until the first person that scores it.
So what makes it end up in coin toss?
The beginning of, there's a coin toss after regulation time going into overtime to see who possesses the ball. So whatever team gets
okay. That's okay. I have no fucking idea. So the way I read it was like nobody won in overtime. So whoever had won the coin toss earlier, they just won.
Yeah, no.
And I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no. That would be fucking... Dude, there'd be probably a lot of fights if that was...
I was like, that's fucking nuts. Like...
Yeah, no.
So whatever team won possessed the ball, then they scored, so therefore the game was over.
Right.
But if the other team would have won the coin, they would have possessed the ball. And so they don't get a chance of redemption.
No, but I feel like they should. In the playoffs, they should. Regular season, I can see not because...
Yeah, they should. I mean...
You can tie in a regular season and it still might come into effect with playoffs or whatever, but...
You should still be able to finish the whatever allotted time.
I mean, I was kind of even talking with... that maybe they should just play a whole nother fucking, quarter. Or, instead of 20 minutes, or instead of the 15-minute, maybe just knock it down to, a 10-minute quarter.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was a damn good game. I ain't gonna lie.
Or at least, worst case scenario, do it the way they do it, but the other team gets their chance.
Yeah, each team should possess the ball at least once.
Yeah. They get their chance to get their score. If they lose the ball and the other team turns it over, then...
Yeah, if you make them go 3 and out, then fucking game over.
Yeah.
100% I agree with that.
I don't even fuck with that shit. That just seems reasonable.
Now, in college football, that's how it is in overtime. Each team possesses the ball once.
Yeah.
Whatever you do in it, you score, then the other team gets a chance to score. But if you go 3 and out...
Seems fair.
And then if the other team scores...
It can make it go forever, but it still seems fair.
It could, yeah.
But those games, that's more important than a regular game.
Right.
I mean, I guess all the games are important. You wouldn't get to that game if the regular games weren't important, but...
Yeah, and I'm not upset with the way these games turned out this week.
I don't watch sports, but everyone I know was like, this is one of the best games ever to watch, apparently.
Yeah, the Kansas City Buffalo Bills game, yeah, it was a phenomenal game. Out of all the years that I've been watching football, I've never seen a better game.
Really?
This is the best game I've ever seen in the whole time I've been watching football.
So is KC going to the Super Bowl now?
No, they got to go against the Bengals. If they beat the Bengals, they go to the Super Bowl. And
that's the team that sings "Walk Like an Egyptian," right?
Well, that's not the team, but yeah,
that's the Bengals, right?
Yeah, that is the Bengals. Yeah. Okay. And then the Rams and the 49ers winner out of that goes and plays in the Super Bowl. So I'm a 49ers fan.
I didn't know.
You know who I'm fucking pulling for, but I don't see it happen. I mean, they both are. It's going to be a tough game.
I'm pulling for Dr. Dre and Eminem. Snoop Dogg. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Is that you and I talking about what the fuck they was? No, it wasn't you and I.
No.
How was that work? What the fuck? What are they gonna do, man? Why is Kendrick Lamar there? That's what I want to know. Why the fuck is he he don't even fit the fucking bill by any means? Is he like best friends with Eminem or something?
I don't know.
I think.
But okay, so
Kendrick Lamar is on Dre's label.
I'll say maybe he's on the Aftermath or something. I don't know.
But Dr. Dre and Snoop gonna come out and do Ain't Nothing But a G Thing. Throw that away. Then Eminem and Dre is gonna do All About Still About Dre or whatever song they got.
Nowadays, everybody want to talk when they got something to say, but when it comes out, when they move the lips, just a bunch of gibberish. Some motherfuckers acting they forgot about Dre. That's how they're gonna open that motherfucker. Forgot about Dre, and he's gonna be like,
from my understanding,
and then he's gonna come from the fucking ceiling like, keep their heads ringing, and Mary J. Blige is gonna be like, ring, ding, dong, even though she doesn't sing that part.
Kendrick Lamar is
she goes sing it anyway because she's the only female.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar, at least at one point, was on Aftermath.
So that makes sense.
So what the fuck?
So Mary J. Blige doesn't fit.
Kendrick Lamar is huge.
But I don't. Yeah, but he doesn't fit in.
As far as an old school Bill, but I mean,
he doesn't fit in there at all. His music, anything that he's done.
Yeah, but you know they're gonna come out NWA. They're gonna do surprises and shit. They have to.
No,
or somebody's gonna pop out. They're gonna do an NWA track.
No,
they'll probably do some sort of tribute to Eazy-E up in that motherfucker.
No. I don't see them doing any of that.
I'm hoping for a nip slip too. You know, just
Warren
Dre
G gonna come out.
Just flops it out.
Warren G gonna come out and they're gonna be like, "What up?"
From my understanding,
nipples.
Rest in peace, Nate Dogg.
They asked Eminem to do this, and he said, "Yeah," but then he put all this together.
Is that right?
That's from my knowledge. I could be wrong if you want to look it up, but
I ain't looking shit up. I'm going home.
Oh damn, it's high time. But yeah, that's what I kind of gathered out of all this.
Yeah.
So I could see it being.
Either way, it's more dope than whatever they did last year, which I don't remember.
Nobody does.
The Weeknd.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, was it? Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was the Weeknd.
Was it the Weeknd? I thought that was like
Super
2 years
Bowl's always
ago.
on a Sunday.
I thought it was 2 years ago. 2 Sundays ago.
Super Bowl's always on a Sunday.
Because the one that the Weeknd did was good. I enjoyed that one, but I like the Weeknd. So
yeah, the Weeknd's dope, but he's not fucking legendary.
Not like this. No, this is probably the dopest lineup that they've had in the last 15 years.
Aerosmith and Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake and shit. That shit was dope. I don't care who you were. When Aerosmith's playing and fucking Britney Spears shows up and then Justin Timberlake shows up and you don't know what to do with your hands.
Like, bro, I don't know which way to cheer.
Right? And then Janet Jackson's titty falls out. That was a different time, but still.
But you can think back to it.
Yeah, because Justin Timberlake is there.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember
even though that was before that happened. Next week on the show, we got the Michigan Misfits. If you guys are just tuning in, you missed Young Wicked, James Garcia. Go back, listen to the replay. Shout out to the motherfucking brother. We're going full frontal Edgar's in this bitch. Go buy some merchandise. Check out the GoFundMe in the description of this video. Audio listeners, we are out of here. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube so you don't miss out on all the action. Rue's looking something up, so I'm going to let him finish that before I stop YouTube. Bye, everybody else.
Well, I'm on the Wikipedia page.
The Wikipedia?
I'm on the Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Young Wikipedia?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get the fucking list.
I don't know, bro. Do your research. Look it up.
Halftime show.
So like
On the
Pedialyte?
Wikipedia.
Young Wikipedia.
Young Wikipedia.
Chapa Loca. He knew we were talking about him.
I did Super Bowl.
What's good, fam?
shows.
What's up, brother?
Fuck, I get.
El Chapo Loco. Make sure you go check out that James Garcia interview. Or conversation. We gotta stop calling them interviews. I don't fucking interview anybody anymore. I just fucking hang out with my buddies.
Yeah, there you go.
Tune in Mondays. We hang out with our buddies.
Kick it on the couch.
This week, our buddies are Michigan Misfits.
Kick it on the couch with the Michigan Misfits.
I feel like that's some podcast's name that they were nominated. I never heard of them. Something on the couch, kicking it on something like that. What are you looking at, Rue? You looking up, trying to find bad things about Eminem?
No.
If you guys forgot, man, since the end of the show, I'm going to remind you again, Replicon Radio is brought to you in part by Lex, the Hex Master, and the Shadow Army.
All right. So we had... Is this in order by any means?
I don't know.
2013. 2013.
Don't forget, Paul, it dropped like 25 degrees while we were in here.
Did it?
It was like 45 when we got in here. It's probably like 19 right now.
So So we had Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, Shakira, Justin Timberlake, and that was one with Janet Jackson. Prince,
who?
Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
Then you had Prince, Diana Ross, Madonna,
Prince,
Michael Jackson, Pink,
Michael Jackson,
Christina Aguilera, Katy Perry.
All these people are dead.
Janet Jackson performed two of them.
Do you see what the NFL does to people? It kills them.
Britney Spears, Coldplay, Aerosmith, Stevie Wonder.
Coldplay
Rihanna,
was at that one?
Gwen Stefani.
I don't remember. Coldplay's
Destiny's Child. That was everybody that performed at a.
That was one?
No, that was overall all performed.
This is all one event.
But I didn't see. Did I say Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers? Because I know they played one.
I don't hear you. Is he dead too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. I was trying to get like dates and shit, but I'm pretty sure it was the weekend last year.
All right, I'm gonna let these two fools continue to entertain y'all. I will see y'all next week and enjoy the smooth ramblings of Ruin P.
Bye bye.
2019 was Maroon 5 and Big Boy. 2018.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Justin Timberlake and the Tennessee Kids.
Does anybody else find it weird when you hear Big Roo say Big Boy?
Big Boy.
I don't know why it was
Big
just
Boy.
a strange thing. Like Big Boy. Oh, you know who else was there? Was Big Boy.
Lady Gaga 2017. I'm pretty sure the fucking weekend was.
I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it.
Did I pass it up?
I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Go buy a comic book, repliconcomics.bigcartel.com. There's less than 40 left, plus limited mystery boxes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get them bitches.
If you order one now, you're not going to get it for a minute, though. You order a comic book, they'll ship tomorrow. Mystery boxes are on hold until
Bruce
February
Springsteen's
6th.
Black Eyed Peas, Madonna. Yeah. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers was 2008. I knew
Running down the street or something.
Friends in Florida A&M marching band.
Oh, I thought you were mispronouncing Flow Rida.
Right.
You're like Prince in Florida? I was like, what?
The King of Rock and Pop performed by Aerosmith, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Mary J. Blige, and Nelly. 2001.
That shit was dope. So the Weeknd's not on there, is what you're telling me?
I'm pretty sure he performed. I'm pretty sure he was at one of them, but I think it was like this started at 2019. We still had 2021. Literally last year, 2021. Is that when he played? Did you just look it up? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was last year.
February 7th, 2021.
All right, I'm out of here. See you snitches.
Yeah, literally last year. The Weeknd's dope, but he's not Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg dope.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't care for
he might smoke dope like they do.
I didn't care for his performance by any fucking means. I was like, turn this fucking garbage off. I slammed about 8 beers during his whole fucking performance.
I thought you were sticking up for him as being compared to Dr. Dre and Eminem.
His performance really wasn't that bad. I don't know enough about him to get into it, so to me it was garbage.
I feel you. I feel you, man. All right, y'all. Well, we're out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Replicon Radio.
Yeah. Make
sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Replicon_radio. You can also follow Replicon_comics on Instagram. We got merch for sale. Buy some shit. Do some things. Share some things. Go fund us. Tune in next week. We got the Michigan Misfits. All right, y'all.
Michigan Misfits.
We out of here.
Bye.
Peace.